Well, I feel like it's kind of sad and depressing, but it hasn't like really affected me yet since I don't have no family. But it did kind of give me a shock. Secure? Maybe not really.
You feel less secure because of that?
Yeah.
I was shocked, upset, a little bit frightened. We would expect to lose people abroad fighting in Iraq and Iran, but it was really a shock to find out that such a tragic incident occurred on our home soil. So I was really upset, and just really saddened by the whole event that occurred.
And I say kill the guy who did it.
So you say that you don't think that they should just lock him up?
No, kill him. Kill him, hang him, whatever you want to do. I personally impale him, but that's my favorite form of torture.
So an eye for an eye, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it was a tragic accident, and I feel with my teammates who stay in the area, so I was kind of like, it was kind of hitting kind of close to home because we had look at each other as a team, as a family. So
you knew some people?
I didn't say I knew some people, but like I knew like a couple of my friends, like they were from the area, so like they were kind of worried,
okay.
And so we was like, it was really a tragic accident though.
I'd like to say that it was frightening because it happened in one of the places that is supposed to be safe, because it happened at a military base or whatever. So like when I first heard of it, I was like, what? A terrorist attack there? Like, how can that happen? So I just think that like security needs to be raised, and everyone needs to be aware of their neighbors and stuff.
Well, I know a lot of families were hurt, and it's a tragic moment to realize that, one of our own men, in the Army killed, several people, and it hit me for that to happen, especially here, one of our own people. And I put up some prayers for all those people that lost their family members, and hopefully we won't see much more of this, again.
Do you think that it has created or will create added tension because of the fact that the gunman is a Middle Eastern man?
Yeah, and I heard that he was Muslim and was in the same mosque as the people of 9/11. So I think they're really going to pay attention to that, and you can't put all your emphasis on whether he was Muslim or something. It could be anybody, that does this.
Well, I don't really know anyone personally who was involved in it, but it's definitely a tragedy in our nation's history that an incident like this has actually happened on our own soil. I don't know if it could have been prevented or anything. So, I mean, there were some signs apparently, but I think it's just kind of one of those really unfortunate incidents that no one really could have prevented.
Actually, I feel it's kind of like sad that it happened because like a lot of people lost their lives, and it's kind of a scary feeling to know that on a military base that a person could walk in there with 2 guns and like shoot up a whole lot of people. And then the people that died, like I feel very sorry for their families, like the 13 people that died, and then the 21 injured. Like I hope some of them do get better, because I know like they like represent our country.
What do you think should be done with the gunman? How do you think he should be punished?
By the looks of what they said they found out about him, I think he should actually be executed for going in there doing it. But also, I think, well, or if not executed, in there for life, because he might have had a mental breakdown, but that still didn't give him a right to go in there and kill people.
I find it really disappointing. I mean, honestly, I don't think it should have been happening, but unfortunately, there's people in the world out there with mental disorders. So, I mean, if it's gonna happen, man, it's meant to happen.
Do you think he was mentally insane?
I absolutely do think he's mentally insane, or he evolved into a point where he became mentally insane for one reason or another.
Well, I've been following it pretty closely in the media, and I think one important thing I've learned about it is something that I heard yesterday on CNN regarding the fact that they determined he was not a terrorist. The alleged shooter was not able to be fit into the profile of a terrorist, and they had pretty much made the military investigators at this point, and the prosecutor had gotten together and run his profile through their analysis and made that determination that he did not fit the profile of a terrorist for various reasons. I think the most important one was the fact that he had not actually had contact with any terrorist group, and he was not part of a cell, and he had not followed the guidelines listed on the terrorism website. You know, you can get on the internet and find the Al-Qaeda terrorism website, and it has instructions for people in cells that they can't communicate directly with, and he had not followed any of their instructions. So he was then defined almost exclusively as a mass murderer instead. So I thought that was pretty important.